Martial Arts Chat podcast is sponsored by A1 Fight Gear. A1 Fight Gear uses the latest cutting-edge boxing gloves for professional and amateur fighters, gym enthusiasts and kickboxers. Local and national gyms in the UK, do yourself a favour and check out a1fightgear.com. And if you're wanting to get into shape, get back into shape, then go to beastgear.co.uk. Use the coupon code MartialArtsChat to save 15% off your purchases. They've got core sliders, straps and barbell pads and complete strength and conditioning programs to suit your needs. We are also sponsored by Feel Supreme. FeelSupreme.co.uk offers CBD oil and natural nutrition. They will assist your progress in diet and lifestyle. Natural supplements and complementary services such as yoga, mind coaching and weight cutting programs. Finally, we are also sponsored by World of Martial Arts Television. WOMA.tv produces, finds, acquires, commissions and presents all you ever wanted to know about martial arts. Hello, my name is Chris Allen and this is the Martial Arts Chat podcast. Today I'm being joined by one of the up-and-coming UK fighters in the MMA world. He's fighting on local card EC MMA where I will be attending as one of the press people that night. So obviously I look forward to talking to you then after your win, So Luke the Ferret Campbell, how you doing?
I'm doing good, mate. Thanks for having me, mate.
No, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day because I appreciate it's like 7:45 now. You've obviously got family and things like that. So, what you've been up to? What's been the plan in training today?
Literally just getting sprints in. Sparring's going good, training's going good, weight's on point. Don't need to gain anything, don't need to cut anything. It's all going good. So, just getting them sprints in, keeping that cardio up, really.
No, that's it. So, let's I'll tell you what. Let's rewind it a little bit, like back to. I don't know, let's go back a few years now. So what initially interested you in combat sports? Like what were you doing before combat sports and then what did you see which made you want to do something like this?
Probably the fact that I was bullied a lot, mate. Like a lot of people were when I was younger. I was bullied and I got into mixed martial arts to defend myself. I started to enjoy it and got a bit of addiction for it.
How old were you? How old were you when you found MMA?
Oh, so basically, I recently, I started in Muay Thai kickboxing, and I was always thinking about it, a bit of grappling. Done a bit of jiu-jitsu here and there, but I didn't really actually find my jiu-jitsu until about 4 years ago when I first moved down to Kent Way.
Okay.
And then that's just a private teacher. We used to do it out of his little summer house in his garden. He used to teach privately, and he just trained me up to what he could and that, and I caught a bug for it.
Cool, proper backyard training, yeah?
Yeah, no, he's pro MMA fighter himself and that. He's the sort of guy that, if he lost a fight, the next time he fought, he'd be like, I want to fight someone twice as tough. He just loved it. He just kept pushing, and, you could hit the guy in the face, he'd smile at you, and it's that kind of like, old though, he's got the Joker vibe, he was amazing, and he was a great teacher, and he was able to help me a lot, and back to the hard stuff, we was running down the roads, flipping tractor tyres in local empty car parks, proper old school stuff. It was great.
Yeah, man, the old, what's it called, the caveman training. There used to be a bloke in the UFC called Sean Shirk, I don't know if you remember him, a little while ago, and he was just a ripped geezer. His training regime was disgusting, but those guys run up and down hills with just wheelbarrows all day, things like that, and it has the same effect, doesn't it, as going running in the gym. Probably a bit more natural as well on the body.
Yeah, I mean, you always fancy equipment and that. Don't get me wrong, it's great, but sometimes, you can do a lot of the fancy stuff and none of the fancy gear and that, and it's just great. You can do the old beach hill runs and everything. It's just absolutely, the way he done it, it was proper old school. And any time I was tiring out or I felt sick or I was puking, he knew how to get inside my head and just to get that extra 10 seconds, that extra mile out of me. And he was just a great coach.
So did you do any? So the first thing you did, did you go into a Muay Thai gym then, when you were younger? Is that the first thing you did was Muay Thai, or was it a boxing gym?
No, it's Muay Thai. It's Semtex back in Swanley when they used to have it in Swanley.
Okay, yep.
Basically, I was getting bullied at an old job I used to work at. A couple of mates used to be like, "No, we do Muay Thai. Come down with us." And I got into it and that. And about 4 or 5 months later, I went down on the night when the guy from work who's bullying me, he also trained at that gym, and we went in there and we sparred, and I got the absolute hell kicked out of me, but I kept coming at the guy. I was 7 stone 2 at the time. I was like, I've always been small, and this guy's like 12, 13 stone. I just kept coming at him, and afterwards I gained the guy's respect, and then, so I started off with there. But then like a good 4 or 5 years later, we moved down to Canterbury way, and obviously that's when I got into the jiu-jitsu.
Oh, fair enough, mate. So, do you still this guy who initially bullied you, sort of thing, and then you end up training with? Are you still friends today?
Oh no, it's just
No.
more of a point, just proving a point. It's just
Oh,
like,
okay.
I suffered with depression, and I was bullied a lot throughout my secondary school life into sort of jobs. Being 7 stone, 5'5", I was easy to push around and that. And it got to that point where I'd had enough of it, and I was like, I'm not going to be bullied anymore. I'm going to stand up for myself and other people that are being bullied. Hopefully, if I can help even one person.
Yeah.
And then, I haven't talked to the guy in absolute years. It's just I needed to do it just to, I don't know, just to like not prove a point, but just to actually
Boost
there's
your
repercussions
confidence.
for what you do.
Yeah, probably gave good confidence boost as well. It's what everyone needs in life sometimes, and it's really nice to hear that you got out of that and you're still able to have. Do you find and still able to have the correct mentality when you stepping into a cage? Do you find those life lessons you had early on, even though they should never have happened, do you find they contribute to helping you get into the cage now?
Yeah, I mean, I say my MMA records here and two, obviously ain't the best.
No, but it's you're still an
I,
amateur. Let's let everyone know as well. So you're still learning the
yeah,
ropes. That's what amateurs for.
yeah, no, absolutely. I jumped in way too soon. I'm naturally strong for my weight class, but the problem is I'm an orthodox boxer, like southpaw kickboxer,
Yeah.
and I didn't really have my own style locked in. And I got in there way too soon. I got in there for the wrong reasons. I got in there to like prove the hate is wrong and say, oh no, I won't let my depression define me. I'm going to do this, show all you people wrong. I didn't get in there for myself. I got in there for the
Yeah.
wrong reasons. And, going literally from just training in like a summer house out back, sparring with your coach and a couple of other people, to get inside a cage up in Colchester in front of pretty much about 800 to 1,000 people for your first fight, live on MMA TV, everything. And it's just a massive thing. I got in there way too soon. But since my two losses, I'm in there for the right reasons now. So, yeah.
What sort of preparation did you have then for your first fight? Like, what was the preparation? Just training with the guy in the back, obviously in the back garden sort of area, or did you were you
Yeah,
training at a gym?
I know. I was with Andy, so I've done it all privately. It's just my depression was absolutely beating me down. I was like, nah, I want to fight. And I messaged his promotion. I said, I want to fight. And they gave me an opponent. And I told my coach a week later when I saw him, I said, we've got 2 weeks for a fight. He went, what? I said, yeah, you can come with me or you don't come with me, but I'm doing this. And he's like, well, you're a stupid idiot, but I'm going to do it with you. And so we went up together and that. And it's the same again with the fight after. We did plan a lot better, and it was a really good camp. But then getting in for the second fight, as soon as I walked into the cage, all that doubt, all the negativity hit my head, and I couldn't focus. I just literally heard all the doubters, people that didn't believe me. My head's overwhelmed with like voices and disappointment for failures in the past and that. And then I weren't there mentally, and it was just a bad fight. And I got beat by a better guy.
Well, at the end of the day, records are for DJs, as they say. You're still
Yes.
exactly, man. You're still learning. You're still learning the sport, and as you said, sports psychology and the mentality of this. A lot of fighters will say is over 60, 70, it's probably even 80% of the game. You could be 110% in the gym, but you might only fight 10% in the cage. So so I'm sure I'm sure your next fight you'll be changing those things. So if you don't mind saying how you feeling now, like with your next fight coming up, like
I feel absolutely amazing. It's after after the last, obviously the MMA fight I lost. Basically went back to the drawing boards. I found a new a fitness gym to train out of. Met a fantastic guy who owned a gym called Matt. He sent me to a guy who said, "This guy's going to help you striking amazing. You need this guy." I'm like, yeah, okay, even though you need this guy. I booked in with this guy. This guy's he's called Tommy Smith.
yeah,
He owns Whitstable Kickboxing in Whitstable, and that's the gym I fight for now. And he just, the way he's taught me how to handle things is amazing. Him and his little brother Frankie, they both own the gym, both multiple time world champion kickboxers. Tommy fought for the Olympics for 3 years. So when it comes to the striking, I'm in safe hands. But it's like you're always doing things with anger. You're walking into these fights, you're tense, you're constantly angry. So if you're walking in constantly angry and tense, you're just already like taking away your cardio and everything 'cause you're just tense. You need to be chilled. And it's like, okay. And I did buy it at first, but because we was getting ready for another fight, which in the end I didn't do because I wasn't mentally ready for it. And then it went from like heavy rock music to like a bit of salsa, a bit of chilled music, just enjoying the sport. And ever since then, everything's just been great. And I used to hate sparring. Now I love it. I used to hate, the burpees, the sit-ups, the hill sprints, and now I'm just like, okay, you're gonna put me through hell, but afterwards, I know I'm gonna feel better for it. So I feel absolutely fantastic for this fight upcoming. To be fair, I'm just looking forward to getting in that cage, to hear that door lock, and just do what's got to be done.
No, that's it, 100%. It's great to hear you've got that sort of attitude going to this one, because I'm sure you weren't saying the same sort of things going to your last fights. So are your coaches noticing a difference in your training as well, like the way you're preparing for this fight?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they put me through hell, and I thank them for it every single time. But yeah, they know me. It's not just my coaches. It's not just a place that I pay to go and train. It is a second family, and you'll hear it from a lot of fighters. And some people don't mean it, but honestly, I mean it. I had a little charity boxing fight in Gillingham last year, and that was there. And my nerves, everything. I honestly felt like I was going to throw up before the fight, and that's there for me. And literally, my coach Frankie, he literally grabbed me by the head before this fight, and he went, looked me straight in the eye, shook me, and he went, "You're going to kill this guy. You're going to kill him." And it just got me instantly pumped. And second that bell went, he went, "Kill him." And I was absolutely, I won on points. It's a charity fight, but just to get that first win under the belt, even though it's a little charity fight for a good cause, it was fantastic because it took all that negativity away, all the past worrying, oh, I failed people. And since then, there's no nerves when it comes to fighting or anything. I go in there and I know what's got to be done, and it's absolutely great. So yeah.
Yeah, man, it's fantastic to hear. Fantastic to hear you're ready for it. And just correct me if I'm wrong. With your next fight is a boxing match, isn't it?
Pardon?
Did I read wrong that you're fighting a boxing match next in the cage?
Yeah. So it's
Sorry, yes. Yeah.
boxing. Yeah, it's boxing in the cage. Yeah.
So what made you decide to go back to boxing for this one opposed to MMA?
So the last fight I had was boxing. I've done a couple of competitions. It's like local competitions now, like boxing and kickboxing. I haven't really done in jiu-jitsu for quite a while. I still muck about here and there, and I have a row of friends here and there who do the old fighting. But it's more I can survive on the floor. It's not like if I got taken to the floor, I could win. It's just basically survive. So it's just trying to strengthen all the arsenal. So I'm comfortable with my hands. I'm comfortable with my kicks. But I know my jiu-jitsu is a bit rusty. So I'll be looking to get back into the MMA after this year. So it's just that rather than just like keep it, kind of like on the CV, if you don't have a job for a while, you get a blank space. I wanted to keep myself active and fit and then get back into the MMA next year.
That's it. And as you said, it's good to keep active as well. And as I said, it's good to keep getting the confidence build up, which you're getting naturally at the moment as well, which is fantastic to hear. And as you said, you're confident in your stand up, and it's good that you're being, what's the word to say, like mature enough, maybe that's the word, to understand where you do need areas you need to work in, and you don't want to jump in there and before you're ready. Would you agree?
No, definitely. The thing is, so many times where if you listen to the wrong people or your pride gets the better of you or you think you're capable of doing something, you don't tend to listen to people. I've had fights I've not been ready for. But yeah, so you need to. The most important thing isn't like how good of a fighter you are or how strong you are or how fit you are. You need that mental strength. Because if you haven't got it, you'll make sure you get mistakes. And so what my team's done for me, it's not just helped my skills as a fighter, but helped me grow my strength when it comes to my mental ability. And so, yeah, definitely. I know I'm ready for this fight. I've taken the time that I need. It is boxing in the cage. But yeah, I know 100% I'm ready for it. So obviously, whatever happens, yeah, I'm just absolutely. It feels like my birthday coming up. I'm absolutely buzzing for it.
That's it, mate. I'll tell you, if I remember, I'll get a birthday cake for you on the way there. Yeah, so for the post-fight interview, we'll have a slice there and then.
My birthday's in September, so yeah, caught an early birthday cake, mate. It's cool. Yeah.
That's it, mate. Well, give us a nice early finish or something to see, yeah. You know, give the crowd something to see. But I'm sure you'll put on a good performance as always. Obviously, I don't want you to give away any game plans, and well, you can't really have a game plan, can you? Because you've sort of lost an opponent and gained a new one in a short amount of time. Like, give us a story on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, basically, no, I got a call from the man, the real G Frank himself. I've got to say, he's a gentleman. He's straight up with you. You know, I've dealt with a few promotions. Tell you what you want to hear. Frank, he's just up straight and honest with you. If you upset him, he lets you know. But if you're good, he lets you know. And he's been the best guy I've worked with so far. And yeah, no, he sorted me out an opponent. It's all good. And then about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, I got a message. He's like, yeah, got a pull out. I was like, oh. Got a new opponent. I was like, okay. Yeah, I haven't done any research on the guy yet. But yeah, just got a new opponent. I've had a couple pull outs in the past, and normally it rocks me. But it's so I'm just like, same outcome's going to happen. So just got to adapt a few things and go from there.
That's it, mate. So what's the plan leading forward to this? Just see if you can find any video on this guy, and then go forward from there.
Yeah, you know, I've seen one video of him. But see, what problem is with videos is you're always like looking at a past fight. You know, you might look at a fighter in MMA. He might drop his left hand. He might keep bobbing and weaving the same way. He might do the same low kick or same little switch kick, something like that. But if he's made a mistake and his coaches have noticed that and corrected him, he might not do that in his next fight. So if you're looking at his past videos constantly. He might have adapted since then, so I try not to fixate too much on the past, because you might think there's a weakness, and if he's adapted to that weakness by the time you fight, he ain't going to be there.
True, yeah.
So I'll just keep strengthening all corners.
Yep.
And I'm just going to stick it on him.
That's it. Guess that's enough said, really, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what? You know, I know I've got a hard chin. I know I'm durable. I know I've got a gas tank ready. I'm a geek, man. I love my Pokemon Go, and I've been doing my little daily
standard
sprints catching Pokemon, mate. That's been what's getting me running these days. So I'm just fit. I'm ready. And yeah, you know, this guy's coming down to fight me. He's got a job to do. I've got a job to do. So weigh in, shake the guy's hand, get a little face off, get in the cage, and go to war. Afterwards, I'll drag his ass to the drag his backside to the bar, buy him a drink. But both there to do a job, mate. So it's no hard feelings, no disrespect or nothing. I'm just going to go in there, show the people why they need to back me and why they should believe in me, and hopefully put on a good performance.
That's it, mate. And it's, you know what I mean, you've definitely got the mental attitude ready to go in there, and you sound very confident, especially not knowing who it's going to be, and it's giving yourself another test which you've overcome. You know, a change of opponent didn't phase you at all. You know, you know what the outcome's going to be at the end of the day. And you know, good for you. You know, it sounds like it's quite inspirational if people listen to know how you've overcome all the issues you've had in the past, and it sounds like you're getting over them, mate. So fair play to you. So what? Sorry, mate. Carry on.
No. I was saying, yeah, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. So to help yourself out with this, then what have you done? Like, what changes have you done to help yourself out with this? Like, I know you said you did a bit of the white collar boxing, which helped out a bit, but was there anything else you did at all apart from play serious amounts of Pokemon Go? Was that pretty chilled you out?
Actually, I downloaded that about 2 weeks ago because I hate running. You put me in for 20 rounds of sparring all day long. Go do a little sprint. I hate it. So I need to find a way to enjoy it. No, I'm a very blessed man. I have an amazing missus, two wonderful daughters, and one helped rebuild me, and she's always supported me. And I got them 2 daughters. I got my trophies in my front room, and anytime I win a trophy, bring it home. My eldest daughter sees it, polishes it, and she looks after it for me. And she's yeah, because after the losses and stuff, I didn't really want to fight anymore. And my eldest said to me one day, she went, Daddy, can you go fight again? I went, why do you want me to fight again, sweetie? I'm around a lot more. She went, well, when you fight, Daddy, you're the strongest guy in the world. And if you're the strongest guy in the world, no one can hurt this family. So you need to go and fight again. And so that's why I push myself through hell. That's why I enjoy the fighting now, because if I'm battered and bruised, it's cool. My oldest is there. I've got my younger daughter too. So yeah, it's nice knowing that my daughter thinks I'm the strongest man in the world. And every time I bring a trophy home, that smile on her face is worth it for me.
No, mate, that's fantastic to hear, and you know, it's nice that you got the support from your family. That's that's the motivation you need, really. If your family's saying that. How old is your eldest, if you mind us asking?
Pardon?
How old is your eldest, if you mind us asking?
She's 5. She's 5
She's
going on
5.
6.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's nice to hear from her. She obviously understands what's going on and what you're doing and things like that. You know, she knows you're competing and trying to like, and the way she sees it is that like you're protecting the family from all the bad guys. You know, even though they're not bad guys, they're good guys, but she sees it on the TV as you're like a superhero sort of thing. And does that give you like extra motivation?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I ain't gonna. I won't lie. She had me a lot of laughter the other day. She went, "Daddy, when you fight this guy, I went, yeah, okay. This is what you do. When the bell rings, you punch him in the face really hard so he don't want to fight you." And I was absolutely pre-season. And she went there afterwards. You hug him and buy him a drink, okay? I was like, okay. She went, an adult drink. I was like, okay, sweetie, okay, Daddy will, Daddy will. So yeah, I'm very happy. It's just, it's great, mate. You know, you find positives in life. Don't think about the negatives. I'd always think about the one negative, even if you gave me 99 positives. And you've got to reprogram your head. You know, there's so many worse things happening in the world. Just find them little baby steps that help get you through the day. Make your bed in the morning first of all. Have your cereal. Go for a little jog. Just do little baby steps, and you'd be surprised how much they build up. And so many people just like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do that. Well, actually, if you change the way you think, you could do a lot. And obviously, I owe a lot to my family, my mum, my dad, my 3 younger brothers. I've got a massive support network. I've got a few amazing sponsors who know what I've been through, and they still sponsor me because they believe in me. Just have people believe in you. It's an amazing thing.
No, it's good they stuck by you, and like 100% at the end of this chat, we'll definitely give you an opportunity to shout out all your sponsors as well,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm sure you'd
no,
like to do that. But what actual like training changes have you made going into this fight then? Like, are there any adaptations to your training? Any people you've gone to train with or brought in? Anything like that?
Oh,
Or training
when it
more?
comes, yeah, training more. When it comes to it sport kickboxing, we are just one massive family, and there's so many people that train down there, and you can just go. It's just like everyone does a one-to-one sessions and that, but you could literally walk in there. I could finish this thing with you, and I could walk in there. There'll be someone training. I could take my gloves and be like, fancy 3 rounds. Yeah, jump on the session, and I won't even charge you. Just jump in some session. Everyone's there to help each other. And even on the Sunday, you know, my coaches, they work 6 days a week. You know, 6 days a week they're doing one-to-ones and and classes. They get 1 day of a week. Even on a Sunday when they're off, they go down the gym for 3 hours and offer free sparring to anyone in the area. Bring your friends, bring your family, whoever. They just constantly want to help. So when it comes to sparring, there's always people to spar, and it's just like if you get caught with a good shot, or if you land a good shot, you're getting coached. If you get dropped with a liver shot, believe me, I've been dropped with a few shots by people. You know, I'd be like, come on, you're better than this. You know what you got to do. Recover. Let's go again. And it's just they're always helping each other, and it's always some cheesy music blasting in the background, some 90s music and that. And it's just like you're walking into a disco, but everyone's like punching each other in the face, but enjoying it at the same time. It's just a great atmosphere.
That's it, mate. One big happy family, no egos. You never really hear about any egos that are in gyms nowadays because they very quickly get, phased out. So yeah, mate, it's
No.
nice to hear. That's where the Charlie Zimmermans of the world. What's his name? You heard of that geezer before? The
Oh, and
undefeated,
the guy
the guy
goes around, touches his gloves, and punch everyone in the face.
that Charlie Zimmerman, I think his name is, isn't it? Yeah,
Didn't Wilder knock him out and that because he badmouthed him and he went down to his gym?
yeah. He went
That
down to
guy.
his gym and but yeah, he did, and then he went on video a week later saying that how he defeated Deontay Wilder. It was
Oh,
brilliant.
mate, I was him so hard, mate. I saw the 3 of him. Oh, mate. Yeah, he was saying he was in prison and everything, didn't he? And he was some bad man. He went down and he got annihilated.
Oh no, mate, mate, and he has this little belt that he made. You know what I mean? Out of like cardboard and stuff. He just
I'm on my belt right now for 50 quid. Get my name engraved. Don't mean you're a champ. But no, that's the thing, there are some cocky fighters in the world. Some call it cocky, some call it arrogance, some call it confidence. If you can back it up, then fair play to you. But I've seen so many people chat so much and do so many like bad mouthing, and they're just getting knocked out, and then it's just like, I caught me for a lucky shot. Well, nah, you just shouldn't have opened your mouth.
exactly. You got to be humble in defeat.
Yeah, did you ever see that video of it's the Frenchman fighting a gentleman at I think it's BC MMA 19 is saying he was really cocky all throughout the fight, and then he got caught with that head kick and he got
Oh,
knocked
what
out.
was he like dancing and doing all sort of like wave
Yeah,
moves, with his arms and all that shit.
yeah. Did you see that fight?
I've seen the clips of it on Facebook and YouTube and stuff. Yeah,
That was the very first MMA fight I'd ever done, and that's my first ever. And I was 2 fights before that. I literally walked out and I saw that happen. I was like, I'm never going to be that cocky.
God, that was like super cocky. That was, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's his style. I mean, it's like a lot of people say everyone's got their own style. Sometimes people like to have their, hands low, hands high. They like to dance a bit. Everyone's got their own styles and that. But it's always strengths and weaknesses for everything and that. But yeah, sometimes you just get some really loudmouth people that just need knocking out, and when they do, everyone's just like, oh yeah.
Well, yeah, but look at MVP, Michael Venom Page. Look how he fights. You know what I mean? And did you see that fight where Cody Garbrandt beat Dominic Cruz
Oh,
in
Kobe.
UFC? And he was like dancing around and doing all that same stuff that guy was doing at BT MMA, whatever it was. But he
Yeah,
actually beat Cruz though.
I'm a massive fan of Cody, and problem is if with Cody, it's what I used to be like. His emotions sometimes want to roll. In that fight, he was absolutely perfect. He showed why he deserved to be the champ. But then afterwards, when he's getting into fights, he's just getting into slugs. He's just like throwing bombs, and he ain't got the chin for it. But what he's done now is, which is what I've got, he's got himself a mental coach, Finney Shawman, who does Liam Harrison and that.
Yeah,
And obviously, everyone knows Liam Harrison, and he's a multiple-time world champion, Muay Thai, but he's an absolute beast. Leg kicks, it's amazing. And he's got himself a coach, and he's strengthening his mind, which, someone used to catch him and try and get him into a fight, he'd throw bombs at you, and that's how he got beat. But now he's actually realised, I need to adapt. And he's got himself a mental coach, and I cannot wait for him to get back into the cage.
that's it, mate. It's good. It's good, and more people to train with, the better as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The thing is, you can be in a room with 100 people, you can smile, you can pretend you're happy, you can post photos of yourself, videos of yourself on Facebook, Instagram, saying how happy and lucky you are in life, and now everything's amazing. As soon as you're in your room trying to sleep by yourself, or you're on the sofa by yourself, and then thoughts get inside your head, and then some people have demons. I've got my demons. Lots of other people do. When you're by yourself, and things start to rot your head, and that, and if you haven't got a strong mental ability, it beats you. And a lot of people don't realise that in the game. They just think, oh yeah, I just need to stay fit, keep fighting, and that. Oh, I need to do this fight to prove my ego and stuff like that. It's like, you need to want to win. You need to have a reason why you want to fight, and you need to make sure, you're all there mentally.
No, as I say, yeah, we've said it quite a lot in this interview right now. And it's really important, the mentality part of it is so much bigger than the actual skill part sometimes. And as I
Yeah.
said, you can be 110% in the gym, but 10% in the cage, and it's not going to help you. And a lot of people go and see sports psychologists nowadays, and it's doing wonders. Perfect example is Andy Murray, I think it was. He wasn't winning any championships in tennis at all. He was an amazing player, went and saw a sports psychologist, and then he couldn't stop winning titles. And a lot of fighters are doing it now, and it's paying off.
Definitely. Sometimes
So,
it's a small little tweak.
what do you mean?
It's like sometimes it's not even a big thing you need to change. It's like something that's little you need to change, but you didn't think of it yourself, and you go there for one night little meetings. Like, so you need to just change this little thing, and then that light switches on in your head, and it's all good from there.
That's it, man. And that's something, as you said, it's little things. It's those little 1 or 2% changes that you make in your fight game that win you titles. It's always 1 centimeter here and there which wins fights. And you think and do you find now, after everything you've gone through and everything now, as you said, you are ready and obviously you're hungry for this, and are you just super confident there's no way you're losing this fight?
Yeah, I'm confident. The thing is, it's not like, oh, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? It's, what is this testing me for? That's our traineeship. So if I go in there and by some miracle this guy beats me, okay, cool. What is this testing me for down the road? And then everything happens for a reason, and I'll adapt it and I'll improve it. But this guy's not beating me in my head. There's no way, oh, I might go into this fight and lose. I'm going into this fight and I'm going to win.
That's it.
But yeah, it's just you've got to change that mindset. It's just like a lot of people say, "Oh, why is this happening?" No, it's testing you for something. You just don't see what it's testing you for. Longer down the line, you're going to see what it's testing you for, and you'll be like, "Oh, now I see what it was testing me for," and you go from there.
Yeah, mate. A lot of champions lose, first of all in their careers, and know what I mean? It's important to get those losses because if you get the losses early on, you can understand what it's going to feel like to lose, and you know how to come back from it. If you're on a 10 or 11 fight win streak, then get a loss, it could seriously knock your confidence. Like I know, not people can debate it, but look at in UFC, Rose Namajunas. Yeah, she got
Yeah.
knocked. She obviously got dropped in the head, and after that, she was in. I don't know how true the statements were, but she was saying like she was really depressed herself. She wanted to retire from the sport. She'd given up on everything and blah blah blah. And it just shows. I know she has lost, but she was on such a tear, and look what that
Mm.
did. And it just shows that early in your career, you've already gone through all of that already. So you already can relate to some of that stuff because you're so early in your career. You've almost got all that stuff out of the way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, win, lose, draw. My goal now, show up and have a fight. Go in there, do everything I can to win. If it don't go my way, you go again and you improve for them weaknesses and you keep going. You
That's it,
know,
mate.
every champion's got to lose at one point in their life. And you come back stronger for it. AJ's lost. My money's on him to get his titles back. So but he needed that loss because it was Ice unbeatable. Well, actually, he wasn't. So I'm sure he's improved himself, and
That's
he'll
it.
go back in the end. That's what he does.
Everyone loses eventually. Well, I don't know if anyone's actually going to ever beat Khabib, to be honest with you. But apart from that, I think everyone loses eventually. Would you think someone can beat Khabib eventually?
Who's it? Oh, I forgot. What's the name of the guy who's fighting? I forgot his name.
Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, I've got a cheeky tenner on him.
Yeah, that's worth a tenner, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. That's the thing, you never know. I mean, when Conor first lost against what's it, Nate
Yeah,
Diaz, I was
yeah,
like, he ain't gonna lose, and he lost. So, everyone, yeah. Thing is, a lot of fights are won and lost by thinking, oh, I'm better than this guy. He can't beat me. I'm already prepared for everything. If you get too overconfident, it's no way this guy's gonna beat me. That's when you get surprised. So, but no, I don't know. Khabib's beatable. But I think McGregor, he just literally concentrated too much on wrestling. He didn't do no striking camp, and he got beat striking by Khabib and all. And so actually, but I don't know. I say I'm an amateur. I don't really know anything about the pro ranks, but I've got
that's
mates
it. Yeah.
that do so. So
Yeah, mate, but I tell you what, it's just that whole with Khabib so controlling. But Al Iaquinta, he took Khabib 5 rounds to be fair, and he rocked him at one point as well. So as you said, everyone's beatable. There's always someone harder, as they say. But you got to remember, Khabib trains with Daniel Cormier, and he's a heavyweight, and Khabib holds Daniel Cormier to the ground. That's
yeah, he
serious.
wrestles bears, but he wrestles
Exactly.
bears. No,
So
yeah,
he
definitely. You
he
know
can
what?
hold down anyone. Holding down a
Yeah.
lightweight for him is nothing.
No, so I'm weighing what am I? So I'm weighing 57 kg at the moment. I think I'm fine at 58 now. But I had a fight at 57, which is one thing to do because I wasn't mentally ready for it. And my wrestling coach at the time, and jiu-jitsu coach, he was 110 kg,
Oh my
and he
God.
literally laid his full body weight on top of me, but tried to escape. And as soon as I tried to wiggle out, I'd get punched in the face with pro MMA gloves. He's logic in life, which I love. It's discomfort, it's growth. More if you're discomfortable, you've got to keep growing and growing, and he's just great. So if he's wrestling like heavyweights, then it's going to benefit him so much.
No, mate, that's it. Especially if you're holding them sort of people down, it shows the strength he has. But you got to remember, people like Khabib come from places where there was no TV really growing up. They might have had a radio. There was no social networks. There was no phones, technology, really anything. For them, it was just hard graft and training, and you know what I mean, just literally just living a bit of a hard life, But that was normal for them guys. So it's a whole different mindset from that part of the world.
No, definitely. I mean, I always want to feel sort of for people. Oh, he needs to do this more. He needs to do that more. You don't really see how much goes into it in that. But I don't. Have you heard of an MMA fighter called Cameron Else?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, Cam Chino,
Yeah,
whatever his nickname
he
is.
lives, he lives 10 minutes down the road from me. Close friend, and he's been like helping me like a bit mentally too and stuff, and that giving me some pointers and stuff and how to keep myself strong in that. And he's in depth into the MMA world. It's absolutely amazing, and I'm learning so many new things daily, and it's just like great to have really.
Yeah, I saw his last fight at Fusion actually. Well, no, it wasn't his last fight. I mean, he's fought since then, but when he did fight at Fusion, I saw that. And yeah, man, I like him. He's got a lot of confidence as well, and I like that in a fighter. He's got a lot of confidence, a lot of self-belief, and yeah, mate, that's definitely someone fantastic to have alongside you to train with as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'll say he's 10 minutes around the corner for me. So I'm not saying I'm going to be doing jiu-jitsu with the guy. I'm not saying I'm not, but maybe I've got something in the works for next year. But
History, man.
yeah, no, yeah, his last fight was that Brave, and he won in I think it's like 59 seconds. He hit the guy with an overhand right, and this guy, you could see the soul leave his body, and he timed it perfectly. He said, "Nah," but no, he's so so many different so many different things about the sport and everything. It's great, obviously with my striking team, the Smith brothers, and that, and my mental coach, I've got an amazing team around me at the moment, helping me so much. It's just no matter if I'm having a down day, which I don't anymore, I just make one phone call and someone's always there on the other end for me, which is great.
Cushy, man. That's nice. Do you know what I mean? That's nice,
Mm.
mate. And as you said, look where you are now, though. Like in this short amount of space of time from your last 2 amateur fights, you've gone from training in the backyard, to training, having training coaches, mental coaches. You've got Cameron else helping you out. Look how quickly it's all snowballing for you. That's only got to be positive and making you feel more confident, surely.
Yeah, definitely. You got to want it. If you want it, you got to do what it takes to get it. Like I say, I've got a loving family behind me. I've got a good team behind me. I've got, I won't lie, I don't have many friends in the world. And to be honest with you, I don't give a damn because so many people
Exactly.
in your life tend to be friends and they're take and take and take. As soon as you need them, they're never there for you. It's only when you really need someone or you're really down in the dumps you find out who's there for you. And I have a small circle of people that I trust. And I know if I need them, they'll be at my door in 5 minutes and I'll do the same for them. So when you know
That's
who's true to you and who's not true to you, it makes life a hell of a lot easier.
it, mate. He's got the De Niro circle of trust going on. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to be outside the circle, as they say.
No, so many people preach loyalty. They don't know the meaning of the thing. I mean, I've got friends, to me that are family, and I've got family that I don't even talk to. I've got all the family, my mum, my dad, my nan, my brothers, I've got all the family I need in my life. The other ones, they're poison. We've got rid of them. The friends I do have remain, they're pretty much family to me. So I've got my nice little circle, and that's how I like it.
That's all
You've
you
got to
need,
get rid of
mate.
that. Yeah, you've got to get rid of that poison in the world because if you
Makes
keep hanging out with people, it's going to drag you down.
exactly, mate, and it makes Christmas cheaper. Do you know what
Absolutely.
I mean? Yeah, mate. So it sounds like towards all this, the mentality stuff before this, maybe was due to some of the people you were associating with. I'm not going to ask you to say yes or no to that because I don't want to cause any problems. But it
No,
looks like you've got
no.
yourself in a better place now. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I'm
It's
actually
all,
really looking forward to seeing you fight, mate. It's going to be really good.
it's gonna be yeah. Yeah, you know what? It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird because my first two MMA fights, and my mum and my dad there, my brother's there, and my last my boxing fight, and my brother's there. This will be the first fight. I don't actually have any of my family there, so it's be a new environment. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Oh, mate, I'll cheer you on. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, my brothers are at Reading, and it's like, what should we do? Go Reading and support you? It's like, mate, go Reading. There's some decent bands on. Go Reading. You know what I mean?
There's Reading
Uh,
Festival on, is it? Is that weekend, is it?
yeah, my
Oh, fair
brothers
enough.
have got tickets. I'll be there. My mum and dad would normally come, but my mum suffers from anxiety, and anytime comes to my fight, she's always anxious on the outside, and I'm anxious for her, and I can't concentrate. So I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, mum, you're banned from the fights. Just babysit for me, yeah, babysit my daughters. And so, but no, it's going to be good. I've got to that point. As soon as you walk into that cage or that ring, switch on. You don't, and then so afterwards you switch back off again. I've got that mindset now. So, mate, I can't wait for it. All you're gonna be
Um,
hearing is fair it. So it's all good.
That's it, mate. That's what I like to hear, mate. That's what I like to
Yeah.
hear. I'll tell you what, then, before I let you go, I want to know, though, first of all, you have to tell me where the ferret nickname came from.
Oh, fair. Yeah. So basically, me and my mum had our own little poultry business, and when we moved down here, we used to rescue chickens, and then we rescued ducks and turkeys and everything like that. We lived in the middle of a farmland, and you'd always get the rabbits and obviously the rats and stuff. I was like, Mum, I'm getting ferrets, and I've got two ferrets. It took me about 6 months to train, and but these ferrets were loyal afterwards, and they'd go around and kill all the, everything that's trying to kill the chickens. And my mum was like, you know what, we need to think of a nickname for you for your cage fight. I was like, okay, what are we going to do? And it's like, oh, formidable ferret, ferocious ferret. I'm like, why is that? He went, you're fast like a ferret, you wiggle like a ferret, you can bite when it comes to it, and you're very loyal. But if anything was to harm anything close to you, you'd rip the throat out. So I think ferret's good. And no one else had that nickname. I was like, you know what? I'm going to own it. And literally 2 weeks ago, I got a ferret on my right arm, and that's like, if this is going to be my brand, this is going to be my brand. So yeah, all down to my mum, really.
Fantastic, mate. I love it. I love hearing
So
it.
you can
All
hear
you
me
guys.
growling in the cage, you know why.
That's it, mate. I love it, mate. I love it. It's interesting to say because I've actually never known anyone to have a ferret before until like recently speaking. My mate, he's had ferrets. He's got loads of them actually. They've been having babies and all sorts of stuff. His ferrets, so he's got loads at the moment. But yeah, mate, it's interesting how literally in a few weeks I've met someone else as well who's had ferrets. So yeah, mate, it's interesting. And I guess it's good, mate, protecting all obviously with all the helping out with all the chickens and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have them anymore purely for the fact that obviously me and my missus we've got two kids. So
Yeah,
obviously
fair
I'm
enough.
with that now and that, but and we had too many fox attacks and badger attacks, and mate, them badgers can be vicious.
Yeah,
But
mate, they are
yeah,
vicious, mate. They're big
thanks.
things as well.
Yeah, we had, at one point it was nicknamed King Swan because back in I used to play rugby. I was never good. Used to do like this drinking game called the Swan, but I'm pretty glad I stuck with the ferret. To be fair.
Yeah, I think that makes more sense. It's good though, mate. It's nice to have a different one, isn't it,
Yeah,
mate? No, I like it, mate. I like it. And do you know what, mate? I really enjoyed listening to your story, and thank you for telling us a lot of stuff. Like, I know a lot of it was some quite like deep stuff about your lead up to this fight and stuff. So I appreciate you sharing that with us. Now, I really do. And what I want to do now is give you the opportunity, mate, to give a shout out to any of the sponsors. You said who stuck by you through all of this, and
yeah.
any gym partners you haven't mentioned already or mention again. And also
No.
any social networks people can follow you on, mate.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, first of all, I'm just going to say thanks to Frank for the opportunity. I know that 57 kg title's vacant, so mission is I'm going in. I'm going to knock this guy out. I'm going to put him down, and then next show I'm coming for that title. As simple as that's the goal. Other than that, big shout out to Whitstable Kickboxing, for getting me to where I am today. All to them. Thank you to Cameron Else for helping me with my mental strength, as well as Matt, another mental, who's helped me massively with my training plan. Sponsors, Everyday Smart, sorting out my supplements. Cool clothing line. It's a Scotland brand. It's my main sponsor for the fight. He's never met me before, but he's just taken that gamble on me. He loves my story. He's like, you know what? Let's do this, man. That's amazing. Other than that, I'm the ferret on Instagram. So yeah, other than that, mate, that's all I really think of saying, bud.
No, perfect, mate. No, that's it. Perfect. Said there's loads, mate. It's good. There are lots of places people can follow you, and make sure, guys, you tune into ECMA as well. You're going to see after hearing this. I'm sure all of you are going to want to see the outcome of this, and I'm sure you're going to see it live. So make sure you tune in. It's on MMA TV. Is that right?
Pardon?
It's on MMA TV, isn't it, Luke?
I'm not too sure. I'd have to ask Frank about that. I mean,
All right.
but no, yeah. All I'm going to say, I ain't being over cocky. First bell, I'm coming for it. I'm going for that first round, baby.
Cushy, mate. That's what we like to hear, and I can't wait to be a part of it, mate. And watch how you get on, mate. Really looking forward to it.
Don't forget my birthday cake,
Oh yeah, birthday cake, isn't it? Yeah. I've got to remember that. I'll try. If not, what am I going to do?
Cupcake's fine. Cupcake's fine.
That's it. I'll try and remember. If I forget, it might be a Costa blueberry muffin, but it will have to do. That's it.
No worries, bud. No worries. Thanks for having me, bud.
I'll stick a candle in the top of it and put it on top of a pint for you. There you are.
Honestly, mate, thanks. It's first ever podcast I've done. Thank you for having me, mate. It's another little thing on my bucket list. So I'm looking forward to downloading it and letting my little girl hear it. So thank you very much.
Nah, Christian, mate, really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll definitely I'll be seeing you in a couple of few weeks anyway, and we'll catch up then.
Awesome, mate. Look forward to seeing you.
If you've liked this podcast, be sure to subscribe on iTunes. We're live every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. talking MMA. Go to facebook.com/martial arts chat, give us a like there, and follow us on Twitter @martialartschat.